Hi there, this is Representative Alan Skillicorn again, and thanks for joining me for another weekly update of Skillicorn Scoop. So what's happening in Springfield? Let's talk about it. Two big things is minimum wage, and the Civic Federation wants to hike your taxes. So what does this really look like? Governor Pritzker was on the House floor today, and what he was doing is trying to sell his minimum wage. And right now, actually, Democrats are trying to find enough votes to pass it without any Republicans. So I have a deal to propose. Even though the minimum wage is bad policy, even though raising up the wage, especially for Central and Southern Illinois, is really going to hurt Illinois' economy and literally put low-skilled workers out of work. But if you're willing to negotiate, maybe do a system where Southern Illinois and Central Illinois have a little bit different scale. If you include that with pension reform, let's make it bipartisan. If we can reform pensions, which is our single biggest expense, why don't we talk about something else? So if the Democrats are willing to wheel and deal, let's talk about it, but let's have substantial pension reform in whatever we do. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. But then the second thing, so the Civic Federation in Chicago had this scheme about paying for pensions. And what does it mean? It means a giant, massive tax hike. And what do people need to know about tax hikes is they never go away and taxes never go down. So do you really have the appetite for raising taxes again? Just remember, 2 years ago, we raised taxes by 33%. So that brought in $5 billion more to the state. So how much do pensions cost? So this upcoming year, the pension payment is going to be over $10 billion. And that's if it isn't adjusted higher, because the rate of return has been overinflated for years. So theoretically, that could go to 10.5, maybe $11 billion. So 2 years ago, we raised income taxes by 33%. It brought in $5 additional billion. If we're talking about another tax hike, another $6 billion, what is that going to do to our economy? What is that going to do to people that are leaving? What is that going to do to senior citizens that have other options? Not a good idea. Not a good deal at all. So I'm just urging people to be smart about this and remember that tax hikes never go away and politicians never lower your taxes. So don't trust them. Don't trust that the money is actually going to go to pensions. That is something to stay away from. So thanks for joining us, and I'll fill you in next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.